had a doctor here that started to get interested. She'd worked overseas in a lot of places, and she'd struck a few human oddities, as she called them. She asked me if I'd go to the university as a guinea pig for the trainee doctors and that, and I said, yeah, that's no problem. So I went in there a couple of times and stripped off for them to have a look. Rob Wilson, I'm 63. I rear pigs and Wyandotte chickens, just for a bit of a hobby that's gone crazy, you might say. It's all the return milk from round the north of the state. They go and deliver the new stuff. They bring anything that's out of date back. And I go and collect it with the truck twice a week and feed me pigs. It's a bit time consuming and doing all the little bottles that we got now. I feed them once a day. They'll drink just about anything apart from soy milk and that almond milk and that sort of stuff. They won't touch that at all. All these other flavours doesn't seem to worry them. The favourite of them is these coffees. Put her up to about 30 litres a day. Summertime we get a lot of watermelons, cantaloupes and even avocados. She'll just go for a wander around, probably go up and have a drink of water and then come back and lay in a house all day. Pigs are one of the clueiest animals out. They're a lot clueier than a dog. Hey? You mutt? I was born a male and a female in the one body. All the female organs and all the male organs. And they decided to make me a male because I peed out a penis. In 1955 they didn't have the means to do all the DNA testing and things like that like they can today. So basically then they just took the, I don't know what you call it, the proper word. Basically the female hole, they just incised that out and stitched it up. From what they found out nowadays, and that I've been having periods in my life as well, and that, and they reckon that's possibly one of the things that's made me iron level so super high, because mine wasn't going out of the body, it was being reabsorbed. All I knew was I used to get regular cramps across the belly. If I was born today, they had just cut the penis off and made me a female. XXY, mostly they only have one set of, what they call them, gonads, either ovaries or testes, where I've got the 4, a set of each. They put mine down to the fact of the chemicals that my father was exposed to and given in the experimental hospital in Germany as a POW. He wouldn't talk about the war, and we found out from the papers we did find, the division he was in, he was sworn to secrecy for life. We don't know whether it was radiation or not. We don't know what it was. We got all his medical records and everything, and there was 98 pages and there's 4 paragraphs we could read, the rest was blacked out. First clutch of chickens I bred when I was 6, I got me bantams given to me. I think that was the fascination of genetics starting in me. In behind is a blue lace gold if you come out, and here is large blue. It took me 32 years to develop them. We've got 44 that I've entered in the Tasmanian Wyandotte show. It's an annual show they have here at Longford. That's just like a shepherd's crook. It goes around the leg. This colour's tabunt. Tabunt, yeah. Probably the only ones in Australia because it's a European colour and I've been developing it. This distance I can see the hook, at that distance I lose it. After having the stroke I lost part of the eyesight. These are buff Colombians. Yep, right. Right. I wanted to be a vet, but the parents couldn't afford the cost to send me to Western Australia to do it in those days. We were never a wealthy family. They'd go fishing and shoot a few wallabies or rabbits as well, and that was basically our meat supply. That and our own homegrown chickens and vegetables. When I was aged 10, I went into hospital. What they'd cut and shut before, when I was a baby, they opened up there and must have unfolded the skin and made like a bag and found me balls and brought them down and put them in there, and they had this like metal ring around so they couldn't go back past it, trying to make the skin stretch, I'd say, to make me look more normal. No, I wasn't told nothing about it, and that other than, it's not unusual for boys to have this done. That's all I was told. Brother used to always tell me when I got out of the bath, "Oh, you're different to me." That's all he used to ever say. Then he used to say that I was more like half him and half Ma, our sister. All I was ever told was I'd never have a family. And it was only through medical intervention that ended up happening. Scoot! Piss off! Chicken's a homebody, really. Basically, a Wyandotte is a circular bird. Fits into your circle just with your head and your tail sticking out. Put them in today so they can be judged tomorrow at the annual show. Started off, there was 5 colours in Australia, and there's 32 possible colours recognised in the world, and I've bred all those colours here. Only one in Australia that's done it. If I hadn't had that particular doctor, Jansen, I doubt whether I would have ever had kids, because they'd done semen tests and everything was just negative before that. I used to go once a week. He'd inject me in the top of the crutch here. All of a sudden I developed a couple of big bulges there and ended up having live semen. I got elevated to number 15 in the World Wyandotte Breeders, and since then I've graduated up to number 7. I was saying about how I'd done it, and this person come on the internet and said, "What would you know? You've got nothing behind you, no experience or anything." Then I put the 8 ribbons and the 3 medals that I won at the national show in 2009 on the internet and just wrote "Touche" underneath it. And then the other day, here in 2018, at the Tasmanian Wyandotte Club, I was quite successful, particularly with a new colour called Tabunt, which is only known in Europe, and also took out quite a few other prizes. The yellow one's the one to get.
Robbie Wilson. Robbie Wilson. Robbie Wilson. Followed by Best Bard and Best Buff Tolbun Porcelain. Robbie Wilson. And the best colour bird show.
I put that photos on the internet, and the person that had been bagging me ended up congratulating me. I associate more with females than I do males, just as general friends and that. I know now it's because I never had the normal level of male hormones that all the other mates had. That's why I wasn't real, chasing girls flat out like they were. Most of the girls chased me. I didn't talk openly about it until probably 10, 15 years ago. I've had a lot of people say to me, "How come you haven't changed to female?" I've had that much medical trouble in my life. I don't want to be putting myself through medical stuff if it's not necessary. That's why I've volunteered as a guinea pig for the doctors or anything like that. just for the fact that, get people more informed, especially the professionals. Get them more informed so they're not just looking at black and white, man or woman. There are oddities in between.